Hola.
What's going on? Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back for another Thursday night edition of Fuck Your Feelings, the show. Appreciate people that's jumping in so quickly. What's going on to the folks that are right on time? We're gonna just do our
Hey.
normal kind of just cool out and small talk for a few minutes while we send out invites and allow people a chance to jump in if that's what they're choosing to do. And how's everybody doing tonight?
I think it should be an interesting show.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we're definitely talking about an interesting topic. And thank you for those who filled out the poll, because I will reveal the poll results, what people think about online dating and dating profiles. And I'm calling it the good, the bad, and the WTF. Because some dating profiles are absolutely horrendous. And I'm going to be reading a few. And Rob and I are going to be giving our opinion about these dating profiles. And the thing about the dating profiles, it's a wide range. It's men, women, black, white, Asian, like Latino. We live in Arizona, so we can only get so much. So they're definitely a wide range of dating profiles, and they're going to be very interesting. Hello to all joining. Hello, Cass. So yes, go ahead, Roberto.
Yeah, yeah, our sample size is Arizona, Phoenix area, and I don't know, folks familiar with the area know it's definitely not DC or nothing like that. There's definitely diversity. There's a lot of people here, but it's just a bit more homogenous than we're accustomed
Yeah,
to.
especially when you talk to me about diversity coming from Toronto.
Preferably, I
Like,
think Maricopa County is 6%, 6.5% African American. You're talking about 5, 6 million people. That's still a significant population, but the ratio is just throwed off a little bit.
so I'm going to answer the question we have. Did we watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series? Not yet. We will definitely will.
Who will?
I will. Well, I will watch the Jeffrey Dahmer series because I'm a crime show person.
Yeah.
Forensic Files,
She watched Murder All Day.
Dateline, Snapped, every murder show that you can probably
The
think of. I
worst
will watch
one
it.
ever, by the way,
What did I
For
watch?
Her Man,
For My Man.
which is the biggest bunch of bullshit I have ever seen on television. They basically go case by case and make these cases of how these women do all of this crazy
For a
shenanigans, break all
man.
kind of laws, and the sole reason that she did it is this man that came into her life. If it was not for him, she would have never did these things. On a certain level, you can make the argument because these women obviously do stupid stuff for love and attention and affection. But like in one example, the chick did 8 years prior to meeting bro.
She did. She did. And they
So
met
please tell me how he is such a negative influence on the convicted felon who did 8 years. How did he ruin, like, how did he turn her to criminality? Please
Facts.
explain that to me. So, yeah. What he say?
It has most definitely put dating on hold for me. Which show? The Jeffrey Dahmer series or the one
Oh,
where I'm
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Well,
I'm
I'm
pretty
definitely
sure
gonna
they're
watch
talking
it.
about that.
I'm
Like,
probably gonna
yeah,
start
that's
watching it tonight after this
not
show.
really my demographic.
Well, I've watched a lot of
And
things
I
on
watch some
Jeffrey Dahmer.
interesting TV too, but he was. You rarely catch me saying it, but I understand why Cuz murdered him in prison. Like he was just a slimy dude.
Well, Jeffrey Dahmer was an interesting character, and I think I read well. Hopefully, they talk about the background about the couple when he moved in, and the couple that figured out that something was going on in his apartment and it was smelling. And he talked about something about meat, like it was a meat issue. It was actually a black couple because he moved into a black neighborhood. Right. And I think that was what was strange for some people. Like Jeffrey Dahmer moved into a black neighborhood, but again, he was killing mostly black gay men. And eating them. So yeah, I definitely will watch that. I also have on my list this weekend The Most Hated Man on the Internet. I heard great things about that series, so I am going to be binge watching I don't think I have many plans this weekend. I don't think we really have much plans. I mean, my plans generally are with you. So
Won't be
I probably
outside
will
much this
do.
weekend, I don't think.
Yeah, we won't be really outsiding this weekend. Although the weather in Arizona is getting much better.
Yeah, it's trending in the right direction.
And you're supposed, and I'm putting Rob out there. Rob has stated that he's starting the gym this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was supposed to start January 1st, but I guess October 7th, 8th ain't bad.
Nah, like I said,
World-class athlete?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, okay. So you're going to be back in the gym and then you're going to be...
I can show you better than I can tell you.
All right, then. So, since we are talking about dating, but someone has definitely said watching Jeffrey Dahmer dating the series has put their dating on hold.
Yeah.
I did a quiz, a poll about online dating to see how people thought about online dating. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go through, there were 4 questions. I'll go through the poll results, and then I'm going to go through and read some of these dating profiles. And Rob and I are going to go ahead and give our separate opinions on what we think the dating profiles are saying, and go from there, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much the content of the show. And when we run out of profiles, I guess we'll go into something else.
I don't
feel
think we
free
will.
to chime in if
I don't
you
think we
we're
will run
being
out of
too
profile.
hard. I'm really hard on dating profiles.
And again, because we also met online, right? And
yeah,
I think
so we can't talk to. And again, my profile by many people's description would probably be horrible, but that was kind of by design. Like I wanted to kind of give away any illusions that I was going to be nice to you.
And I don't think it was that you weren't nice. I think you were straightforward. Your dating profile was a man's dating profile. This is me. This is what I'm looking for done. It wasn't flowery, but I don't think as men you need flowery. Like I think flowery is a woman's thing. Like you said, this is my height, and yeah, I played a little ball, but not something that I want to talk about because you don't want people to dwell on your former self. You wanted people to see you in your present self. That's what I got from your dating profile.
Pretty much, but
I'm just saying.
Well, we'll see when we see some of these profiles we come across. If you think guys ain't flowery.
So here were the poll questions, and I don't know if you saw the posted results.
I've seen a little bit of it.
I'm gonna see if you can guess. So have you tried online dating? So there was 86% and 14%. What do you think the yes was?
Well, yeah, especially going through COVID. Like, no, I mean, y'all capping. Everybody created a dating profile during COVID, man. That was the only way to date. Like, what? You was going to the club?
Yeah, you were going.
There wasn't no club. What are you talking about?
You are right. So 86% of people said yes, they have tried online dating, and 14% of people said no.
Yeah.
The next question was, have you been successful with online dating? So 33% and 67%. What do you think was the higher percentage?
No.
No, you are correct. So 67% of people said no, and 33% of people said yes, they have been successful with online dating. The next question is online dating desperate? What do you think the ratio was?
No. Like, how is it desperate? We was all locked in the house in 2020.
Fact. So 100% of people said no, online dating is not desperate. And then the final...
It can be, but
I think people can be desperate. No, I think people can be desperate. I don't think...
be desperate, but I don't think...
I think online dating is desperate. I think people can give off desperation.
I mean, there's a lot of successful stories of online dating at this point. It's not a new invention. This has been going on. Like, if you take the various iterations of it, it just got to the point where people basically got their phone in their pocket all the time. So it made it just super that much easier. But like, shoot, I remember even back in college, people was on
Black Planet,
MySpace, and
MySpace.
Like, so this ain't nothing new, really.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I met my first husband off of Black Planet.
Well, there you go. There you go.
So, there you go. Have you ever been turned off by someone's dating profile? So the numbers were 88% and 12%. What do you think? Which was what?
Yes, absolutely.
So yes, 88% and 12% was no. So yes, 88% of people have been turned off by someone's dating profile, and 12% said no.
You've never came across a profile that Yeah, some horn dogs, I guess, out here.
Well, I think it's also the sites that you're on, right? Because they're different sites. The dating profiles that we're going to be using happen to be Tinder, because clearly we're not sitting around as a couple on Match.com trying to find someone else, right? So we looked at Tinder and we took a look to see what the dating profiles were on Tinder, which a lot of people are swiping now. But there's eHarmony, there's Match.com, there's all of these other sites, Christian Mingle, and all these other sites that people could use.
I think if there's not a paywall up, then you're getting kind of the same shenanigans no matter what site you're on, in my opinion. One, and two, I think to pay for a dating site, I guess that is definitely the definition of dating with intention, because you're actually investing your money into it. So what's like
I've paid.
I've
paid.
not.
I am sure you have not, Mr. Genetically Blessed.
Same thing like with porn. Too much free porn for me to be paying for OnlyFans. I'm sorry.
No, I paid at one point. I didn't pay for a long period of time, but I did pay because I wanted to get rid of the people who were not dating with intention, right? Because it's easy when you're on POF, and so far it's free. But at a certain point in my life and where I was in my life and in my career, I had to kind of be like, let's deal with the people who are actually serious about it. And if you're gonna pay, I don't remember what it was, let's call it $29.95 a month or something. I don't know what it was, or for every few months, that means that you had to be serious enough and be looking for something. It didn't last long because honestly, I felt like it was like the same BS. So I might as well go back to the free option. But for me, when I got to the point where it was really like, let's truly date with intention, I wanted to weed out the people who were not dating with intentions. Mm-hmm. I'm just going to put it there. So we are going to start, and we are going to go ahead and start reading some of these dating profiles. Now, if any of you are brave enough and you want to send us your dating profile anonymously, as in we'll know that it's yours, but people on the show will not, you can actually email us right now at fyftheshow@gmail.com. Or you can actually send it personally to my Instagram, which is Toshiba Monique, and we will read it and we will give you our honest opinion of what we think about the dating profile. Do not take offense. We have a show called Fuck Your Feelings. So we'll go there. And I am going to start with the first one in no particular order. I just screenshotted some. And here we go. So this person is 31 years old. It is a bisexual woman, and they live in Arizona. Again, all these profiles in Arizona. So about me, I love being out in nature. I'm quite the hermit, but will agree to leave the house under the right circumstances. I'm a busy person, so I value my time. I read and paint, and in brackets, she puts badly. I love learning and anything that expands my mind. Polyamorous as F, so if that's an issue, then it's an issue, and I'm not for you. Thoughts?
She for the streets?
Why did you say that, Robert?
Polyamorous AF, and if you got a problem with it, you're not for me. I don't have a problem with that statement in general, but when you read between them lines, what that seems to say to me is I'm always have a rotation, and if you got a problem with that, that's your business.
So from a man's perspective, that's what you're hearing when a woman says that?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there are people who might consider our relationship polyamorous because we're open to having a third, which we're not. Actually, because poly means we would both want multiple people,
and we're all into just loving on everybody.
Yeah, and that's not what we're about. But again, from the man's perspective, you hear 304.
Absolutely. Because here's the thing. Here's the double standard. No man is going to put polyamorous AF, and if you got a problem with that, you got a problem with me on his dating profile. Because women would exactly interpret it. It is exactly that. Oh, he got a bunch of 304s, and he's not giving up none of them for you.
Got it.
So
that was way too much information for her to put
that
right out there. Like, share it with someone you're interested in, but don't put it out there.
Well, it depends on what type of dude she's looking for. Because if she's looking for a dude, just for the streets too. Because that's
Oh, no, not for
mostly
the
what
streets.
she's going to find, and she's busy and she got a lot of time. Like, yo, he's hearing like, oh, that's a sneaky link.
Oh.
So I'm sure, and then she'll probably complain about the caliber of dudes that's matching with her. But it's like, look at your profile. Like, you basically said, like, I just want to stay in the house and smash.
That's what you got, eh? I didn't get any of that. Ladies, and this is why, again, having a male and a female do this is interesting, because I didn't get that. Ladies, did you get, or gentlemen, really, did you get what Rob got? And ladies, did you get anything of Rob got? Because I thought, you know what? I agree with you. The polyamorous part, I wouldn't put. She's already put in the profile that she's a bisexual woman. So that already has people thinking whatever they want to think in their mind with the association of a bisexual woman. I like the fact that she said she likes nature. She likes kind of being in the house, because I'm thinking, like, a lot of men like homebodies. They don't want 3 or 4s. They don't want women who are out in the club all the time. So I'm thinking, this is a woman who likes to hike. She likes being outdoors. She's active. So that's what I saw in my mind as a woman. That's an active woman, but she also is a bit of a homebody. She's busy, so she's not going to be all, because she said, I'm a busy person, so I value my time. So she's not going to be up in your shit. And then she likes doing different things. So she reads and she paints, so she's artistic. And then she loves learning.
Yeah, no.
So that's what I got.
That was a bad thing, though.
So our sponsor is on, and our sponsor said, I heard she likes to fuck around. So I am see something else.
That she heard the same thing. And again, I didn't say that was a bad thing. But again, if I was single, I would swipe right on that. Probably mess around with this chick for a little while. And then she starts, so where's this going? And you're like, what do you mean? I thought this was polyamorous. What are you talking about? Where's this going?
So our sponsor also says she wants to use her pum pum as she feels fit, and he can't say shit about it.
Basically.
But again, so with the polyamorous,
you're doing your thing.
Yes, with the polyamorous part, I did see that. Like, I was fine until I got to the polyamorous part, because again,
not locking that
I
down.
would not put that on dating profiles. Like, I would not do that.
The bi is cool, but
yeah, she's already said bisexual.
As a female,
exactly.
You're inviting the wrong kind of attention, in my opinion.
Interesting.
So dudes they're on it. I did not say that was a bad thing, but I'm just saying she's giving off a heavy sexual vibe on her profile, and
even with all of the I love nature and reading and painting.
Difference between men and women. That was like wah 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 wah. Polyamorous as fuck. Wah wah wah. Bisexual. Wah wah.
All right. So that's dating profile numero uno, and we have many more to go. Okay, so the next one. This is Rose. She's 41.
No, I thought we're not gonna do names.
Yeah, whatever. But we know.
Give the demographic.
Yeah, but again, so we know if it's a woman. Do you want me just to say woman or man?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a female. She's 41. I already answered her name. About me. Hello, everyone. I'm fairly new to Arizona. Just moved here from Wyoming in September. I've lived quite a few places like Nebraska, Alaska, Washington, Illinois, Colorado, Wyoming, Hawaii, California, and Virginia. I'm currently in school for holistic studies, and I absolutely love it. I love anything outdoors, especially the ocean. I'm open to new experiences and open to whatever path life puts me on. I would ideally like to find my partner in crime.
What new experiences, ma'am? You've lived everywhere. You've probably got boyfriends in all those places, and I think that's very free-spirited, and you're going to get a certain kind of vibe with that, but you're not going to catch a guy that's looking to take you seriously.
And I heard she's adventurous and she likes to travel and try new things. That's what I feel. I feel like, again, she is not afraid to move to new places. You know what men hear
when y'all say we like to travel and try new things?
You want bodies and all of these.
We would like to travel and try new dick. That's what men hear.
So, well, Sorlet Sage is on it with you today. She said this lady sounds like she's a runner and she's a track star.
Yeah, she been again. She just what they call it, pixie fairy. Like she just woo.
And Sorlet Sage also says she's running from herself and wants to reinvent in every state.
Sound me and Sorlin Sage have a very,
Clearly.
very similar perspective.
Now, I agree. I wouldn't have put that like every damn place I had lived. I'd said, you know
But
what?
she's trying to be impressive. That's what I'm saying. Like how women and men see things so totally different. She's trying to be impressive. No guy is impressed by that. They're actually kind of like, what was you doing in all them different places?
True. And now they're probably thinking, okay, so you're only here for how long? So why would I invest time into you? Because you might be moving to a next date
So
another
you're getting
time
a swipe right, but it is not
for a short time.
to take serious.
Interesting. So what would you have recommended to this lady?
I'll let you know. Oh, for her,
Yeah.
First off, she's a bartender. So
You wouldn't have. You wouldn't have put that the bartender thing. You would have put something out because people think bartender flirtatious and nightlife
and again, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking that, but what I'm saying is, if you're trying to lock something down, if this woman is really looking for a serious relationship,
yeah.
I'd probably knock the bartender thing out because that's just kind of boxing you into a place that you don't want to be right now. Because
Okay.
again, guys are like, okay, so you flirt for tips every night.
Oh, okay.
And again, nothing wrong with that, but a majority of guys want, like, if you get with a, let's say a strict type of dude.
Okay.
And I know that strict type of dudes is not very popular these days, but unfortunately, most guys are kind of strict when it comes to, if you're going to be with me, you're going to behave a certain way.
Because their woman needs to carry themselves.
Because women don't understand. Like again, we're getting totally off track, but it gets back into the difference between women and men. If you walk in a room and I've slept with every woman in that room, I get it. It might be a little embarrassing, but you're like, damn, this nigga here. If we walk in a room and you slept with every man in the room,
I'm leaving.
It's like,
I'm leaving. Not the room for me.
How did I miss this?
I would have turned around and been out with my fast little track star feet. I'm not sitting in a room where with my new man. No,
that's not an accomplishment.
No, it's not. It's not. No. My little track star feet I'd be pulling you down.
That'd be like, again, remember, up here, how is everybody down here done had you?
Uh-huh.
That's the penalty of being a 304 is dudes don't really want to take you serious because no guy wants to be like, and your friend over there like, yeah, I used to smash her back in the day.
Okay. All right. So there's that. And okay, we move on. And again, Sterling Sage is with you. She said the bartender thing, yeah, sounds like they aren't. So next, we've got a female, 29. She's a law student.
Okay.
She says about me, driven and adventurous. I like to kayak, hike, play softball and tennis, drink with friends, binge Netflix, and travel. Also, the gym is my favorite. I am a foodie. What do you hear as a man?
That's not terrible, but it sounds kind of like, this is gonna sound so bad, but like dealing with her, you're constantly gonna have to like manage, like you're doing too much.
You think she'd be doing too much?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
as a man,
yeah,
you'd be saying you're doing too much.
Yeah, you'll constantly be like almost like she's the type that sounds like the type of woman that says only a real man can handle me. And I always say to that, like, why he gotta handle you? Like, why does he have to actively engage with you for you to behave appropriately? That's not cool.
That is, yeah, That is a good one. Yeah, I don't think a man should have to handle
No, a
you.
man wants to be able to walk off and laugh with his boys over in the corner and know you're handling your business, you're respecting yourself, and you're respecting our relationship, and that makes me look good.
All right. Well, Sora's Sage is with you. She said, Rob, yes. Capital letter. That is interesting. What else did you hear from 29 law student?
Not bad. But yeah, like just she might be a handful. But depends on how cute she is.
Now, I will tell you what I again hear and what I see. Again, someone who's adventurous, they're outdoorsy. So I'm thinking we chose not to do the pictures of people. So I've totally forgot what these people look like. But just from hearing the profile without seeing the pictures, I would think that somebody that's fit because she's out there, like kayaking, hiking, softball, tennis, those are all very active things. She's also a bit of a homebody.
She says she likes to be in the gym too.
And she likes to be in the gym, but she also would love a good restaurant because she's a foodie. So that means that she's going and trying new restaurants. Like that's what I got. But again, because this is a female, I want to hear your perspective because they want men, not me, right?
Yeah. And like I said, just it was the initial things, law student, driven, those kind of things. That it's like a man hears that and it's kind of like you almost have to get on her program on a certain level. And
He ain't trying to do
some
that.
guys are okay with that and some guys aren't. I can only speak from the perspective of the guy that isn't. Like I'm not adjusting shit.
All right. Well, Sorlin Sage, our sponsor, is on, and she's on it tonight. She says there's a reason she's single. And moving on. I actually don't know if, oh, no, it is a woman. So 31, a Reiki, I was pronounced this correct,
Reiki.
a Reiki practitioner, pansexual woman. So she says about me, seeking more community, dating and platonic friendships, my simple pleasures, getting outdoors with my 2 dogs, energy healing and crystals, taking long naps, reading fantasy books, somatic healing and kink play, ensuring intimate conversation.
Lazy ass fruitcake. I heard so much like fantasy books, crystals, butterflies, rainbows, hunt unicorns. Like, what the heck? I bet you she got stuffed animals in her room.
Robert. Yes, I was
And
also.
what's a pansexual? I don't understand.
I have no
that.
idea what a pan. I have to be honest. I don't.
Where's my phone? Look
I'm
that up
gonna
real
look
quick.
it up. I'm
Just
just
so
gonna.
because I think there's a lot of pansexuals out there, and
I think they're
the life of me
attracted
can't
to
nail that one down.
pansexual, meaning not limited in sexual choice with regards to biological sex, gender, or gender identity, which means that they would date, I guess, transsexuals and males and females. And
So that's kind of like saying I'm woke.
Mhm. All right, there's that, yeah, probably.
Okay.
So just to go further, typically people who identify as pansexual can feel an attraction to anyone, including individuals who do not identify as a specific gender. For example, people with pansexual orientation may feel an attraction to someone who's agender. They might equally find a female, male, or gender fluid person attractive.
Lazy ass.
Them sound wishy-washy.
Yeah. Lazy ass fruitcake who thinks life with no rules would be a good thing.
Okay, well. So Solid Sage has said about this person, she likes to F, she doesn't like to work, and she doesn't bathe. And she said they're trisexual, not pansexual. And Russ29 and Russan agrees. She said, oh Lord, Solid Sage, I agree.
Yeah,
so ladies, do not put this shit on your dating profile, because I also heard just wishy-washy. I wouldn't have used the word fruitcake like my future husband did, but I did hear wishy-washy. And girl, what is wrong with you? Pick a side, pick a side. Like, I don't understand all this healing. And girl, taking long naps. Like
Yeah, taking long
a nap
naps.
within itself is short. Like it's a nap, right? Like so. What is a long
She said,
nap?
sleep all day.
Exactly.
Sleep all day.
And
Don't do nothing.
so yeah, let's not do what she did. Okay, this is a male,
Okay.
44,
Okay.
an engineer.
All right.
Okay, I was in Northeast for more than 15 years and ready to explore Phoenix. Love to watch movies, reading, hiking, and food. I'm looking for nerdy, wild person with who I can go hiking, reading, movies, and much more. Recently bought home, so can't move to your place with the funny faces. By the way, I don't like texting much, so coffee is a much better way to meet.
That's pretty clever.
Why do you say it's clever?
Because he kind of finessed it a little bit by correctly wording that he's not really wasting time on goofy stuff. The only thing I didn't really like was the wild nerd. Again, it's like the, like exciting, boring person. Like,
Yeah.
you get one or the other.
Yeah.
It's hard to mix it up. And then, so if they're boring, then you have to work on excitement. If they're exciting,
Then you got to bring them
you got to
down.
work on like taking it down a notch. But it's hard to be both. That's called schizophrenic.
Well, I would say as a woman, I would swipe on him again, just
Like I like
without
how
the
he
pictures.
kind of slid in. I just bought my crib without making it sound like a flex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He succinctly put the activities that he liked to do without making it 5,800 sentences and stuff like that. He was like, boom, boom, boom. I like to do this. And
I want a woman who's
and I
interested
want
in
a
doing
woman
this
who
with me.
is hot and smart, basically. So it was pretty clever.
Well, I think this is what I would expect from an engineer, right? Like logical, like you said, succinct, right on it. And he wasted no time to say, I'm not about to text back and forth with you forever.
Yeah, coffee.
We're going to go for coffee.
And I'm not
we'll
taking you to STK on the first day.
Yeah, and I'm not taking you to STK on the first day. I think that actually said all of that. Like, don't think that because you see engineer, we're going to the newest restaurant in Phoenix because I said I want to explore. I'm going to take you to coffee and determine whether or not I'm interested in you for a second date.
To do stuff like that.
To do a second date with. Yeah. Right. So again, here is what Sorlin Sage said. Yes, Robbie has zero time to waste, but he sounds decent. Maybe a little rigid, but he knows what he wants. And again, speaks of an engineer, right? Like, I don't have time to waste. Everything is computed. Let's go. Let's get it done. He's also saying, like you said, I'm successful without saying I'm successful by the fact that he said, I just bought my home. And like, I'm settled. That also says to me he's settled.
Right. And I'm not going to get with you because I need a place to stay.
Thank you. This is a man that's settled. He's got a great career. He's got a home. He's a homeowner. One would assume he also has a car. He knows what he's want and he's ready to settle down. I think, that was a good profile.
That was a pretty good one.
I'm assuming, I think this is a male because of the name. It's kind of ambiguous, but 40. Oh, Lord. Do not ask me what I'm looking for. I do not have Instagram, Facebook, or Snapchat. We would have to video chat on here before meeting up. No one's swiping on that.
And he just got out of prison. Ain't got no Instagram, Facebook. Man, you just got out of niggas in prison got Instagram, man. You sound like an old crack sheet. Like, nah, bro. Like, yeah, swipe left 100%.
He just got out of prison. Does do anything else to say? No, I definitely would not swipe on this gentleman.
And he went in when he was young, like 19 and some shit.
Yeah, so he's coming out. So he's a crotchety old man.
Yeah, he done missed the whole wave, and he's like, I ain't trying to catch up.
So let's say said nope. Pretty much. I would not like the front from. And here's the thing. The do nots are capitalized.
Oh, yeah.
So you're also screaming at me, sir.
That's what I'm saying. Prison. Like that, man.
Yeah, there's a lot of pent-up energy.
Prison energy. Like, you bet not.
Oh, and it does say 90s kid. Yeah, so he probably went into jail.
When he was like 20 and he was coming home.
Yeah, the last rapper he really knew was Biggie and probably doesn't even know if Biggie's dead.
But he can do like 300 push-ups in one sitting.
Yeah, no, sorry, sir. I will not be swiping on you. Okay, this person is 29, 5'7", a MILF. You just want some cats. She's got
Wait, what? Let me look at this while
the
you're reading it.
the cat
Okay.
sign, and just want to know how tall you are. Don't act holier than thou. Talk to me nice. So let me repeat that. 5'7" MILF. You just want some cat, and I just want to know how tall you are. Don't act holier than thou. Talk to me nice.
She about action right there. Like she's with the hookup.
So this screams
That's a
hookup.
yeah, that's
This is
hookup.
a hookup. No
Like she
man's taking this
said, you
seriously.
looking for buns. I just want to know what you working with.
And let's
Are you hot?
and
And
if I'm
just
trying,
be nice to me. Don't be a dick about it.
okay, that, and she also says she's a MILF, so she's also saying she's a mother.
Yeah, MILF. Like,
Yeah, so she's
what's
also
the F in MILF stand for?
F.
Right.
All right. Um, she is big maintenance. I'm guessing no, that's yeah, she's not saying anything serious. This is
She for the
saying
streets, man.
yeah, she's saying, oh my gosh, she's for
Yeah.
the streets.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she for
she's
the
basically
streets.
saying I'm
Yeah,
from the
she for the
streets.
streets.
No, what? So I'm hearing, I'm going to put it nicely as a woman. I'm not trying to settle down. I'm having a good time. I'm living my best life. And again, no man's going to take
For
that
the
seriously.
streets. Yeah, you for the streets.
All right.
That's the definition of it.
All right. So moving on. 31, property manager.
Okay.
About me, before you swipe right, I have kiddos. I would appreciate that you consider this before we waste each other's time. All my pictures are current, exclamation mark, unlike some of y'all's. First man to fix the dent in my bumper gets laid, exclamation mark. Just kidding, but my love language is acts of service if my hyper independence even lets you.
Who hurt you? Like, why do I have to fix all of the damage he did, like your bumper? That's what I heard.
Um,
And I have to fight you to do shit for you? Yeah, nah, I'm good on all of that.
this actually gives me lesbian vibes, if I'm
But then it has
honest.
the audacity to say before you swipe right.
Yeah.
So she's
Yeah.
one of them 10 out of 10 women.
Yeah, it's funny enough, it gives me a very, very masculine vibe. And then you're also saying, I have kids deal with it and kiddos. So you've got multiple kids. So already I'm like,
Deal with it.
yeah, like, okay, you're 30, so you've got multiple kids.
So yeah, I want a man, I don't need one.
I want a man, I don't need a man. But if you're gonna come in my life, I expect you to do things. But like you said, you might have to fight me to do stuff for me. So I really don't need you. Then why am I even on this site?
Probably not even.
I'm actually looking for a stepfather for my children.
Yeah.
That screams like I'm looking for a stepfather for my children because I need another income.
Swipe left.
So Sorla said she ain't kidding and she has walls. She needs therapy. Her last husband left her for the secretary.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, it is a who hurt you.
That's who hurt
Yeah,
her.
that is definitely a who hurt you. I don't think any man is. And at 31, this is definitely therapy because she's got years to go. And if you're 31 and this is the space that you're in,
avoid her at all costs.
At all costs. Yeah, it's a no. Okay, so this person is 32. It's a female, 32. About me. What are you reading right now? Question mark. I enjoy cooking, trying new recipes, and teaching myself new things. Quirky, snarky, thinker outside the boxer, smiley face. A music lover. I'm looking for friends. I have a permanent wink.
Oh. That kind of took a second to land. Like, so she's ethically non-monogamous.
No, it doesn't say that.
Why
Why'd you get that?
It says I have a permanent wink.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
What do you think it means? Look
like a wink.
I'm looking for friends, period.
Yes.
I have a permanent wink.
Oh.
So yeah, she's looking for some on the side.
Oh my God, I'm slow. I'm not meant for this. Thank God I'm not out there on these streets because
Because you have to, I told you I study this stuff. Now on the flip, I study this stuff. Because you can learn so much from social media. So again, like you could borderline say like, but I don't stalk no particular person or nothing like that. But I really deep dive on some of these posts and stuff like that, and because you have to, because
Oh my
people tell you
God.
that what they say, a picture worth 1,000 words. Sometimes that is even more true in today's age, and in things like that. People are telling you who they are. You
Yeah.
just got to pay
I lost
really
that
good
one.
attention.
I lost that one. Yeah. Thank God you took me off these internet dating streets because I completely missed
Yeah,
that
she looking for
one.
something on the side, man.
Okay.
So she getting right.
So Sorlin Sage is saying she uses sarcasm as a weapon and is passive aggressive.
Sounds about right. She probably got a cuck at home, and she's looking for a man to make her act right.
I guess I was caught up in the first part of it. What are you reading right now? Which is a great question, right? It right off the bat, it puts you in a place like
It's disarming.
Yes, it is disarming. That's a
Then
great
she drops
word.
that on you.
And then she did drop the fact that she's
She's clever. She knows her way around.
Yeah. So I was so caught up in that part because again, as a writer and as someone who enjoys reading, I was so caught up in that.
Definitely need me for something.
It's like I am lost in the sauce. I thought I was really good at this. You're so much better, which is kind of scary to me that you're so good, sir. After not being on dating sites for a while,
I pay attention. I study this. Like I said, you can see like little friend circles you can pick up on there. You can see when somebody's mad. Like I said, you can see all of the quote bad bitches have men problems because but it's probably because they all fucking the same
male
niggas,
guy.
You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
But it's hilarious, man.
Oh my God, that was really good. Okay, so male, 40 years old, University of California, Los Angeles alumni, ex-military, United States Air Force. What's your funniest story from college? ? I've always known the secret to happiness is gratitude. I'm still surprised and humbled by how much I have in my life to be grateful for. I'm telling you, I'm swiping on him.
Yeah, I'm messing with him too. Like
I'd be swiping on him.
That's because first he's like educated, check, ex-military. So
that would be the part that would send me for a pause personally, but I would still.
Hopefully he ain't PTSD, but he was in the Air Force, so he probably wasn't direct combat type of situation. But that's also kind of stating like I got a firm hand. Also, like, don't play with me. And then he goes on to be nice.
Yeah, because I like a manly man, clearly. So for me, it would be like, and again, if I got over the military part, but it's my own PTSD from my first husband being in the military and the Air Force. That's my own thing. But I would think great benefits, stability. Clearly he's now out of the military, so I'd be curious to know what it is that he's done. He says, "What's your funniest story from college?" So something tells me he was one of those who went to university or college and then joined the Air Force, right?
Probably was an officer.
The fact exactly is likely an officer, which even means even better benefits. The fact that he mentions gratitude
and probably a bit better behaved too, because officers have a code of conduct.
They do. That's very different than the staff sergeants and the enlisted people. So I would definitely sign on this person, even just to have one or two conversations. So let's see what Sorlin Sage is saying. She's saying, sorry, I just realized your phone. But the military gives me pause and the college story get out of the past. And what if I never went to college or university? So but again, then that's a story about that too, right? Like, and maybe he's also trying to eliminate people who didn't. By asking that question, it might be a way to eliminate without saying, I want a woman who has gone to school. He's actually asking that story. So a woman who hasn't maybe gone to college or university may feel like Sorlin Sage did and said, okay, do I go on? Do I not go on? What is he trying to say? So it might be his way of just saying without saying.
Might not, that could be it. How I look at it is kind of like, that's you take that when you're supposed to go to college period, 18 to 22. That's kind of a transformational period. And it does reveal a little bit about what, what how would I put it? Like, just how's your life progressed almost.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Were you like, because, yeah, hopefully he's not still, that was the greatest time of my life. And,
No, I doubt it. If he served
not.
in the U.S.
But
Air
I think
Force,
it's like
I'm
an
guessing
icebreaker type of
it is an
question,
icebreaker, but it's also an
and
eliminator
but I
at the same
totally
time.
see how she gets like kind of get out the past, like bring it relevant. Because that's why I was like, I didn't even really want to present like the ball stuff because I'm like that really ain't got nothing to do with today.
Me today, and I got that.
But it does. It's a factor, but it's not gonna bear on my life currently. Ain't like we about to go play live in France for a season while I play or nothing like that.
It's done. It's not relevant.
It's
I
not
get
relevant
that.
to current. So I definitely feel how she would be like kind of like how is your wild college tales relevant to
today,
where we're at today
in our
40 some years old.
Sorrel Sage
that's not a good.
A lot of people regard their college years as their best years.
They're the least stressful years. That's all I really can honestly say about
I'd
college.
agree.
Because
I don't think
really
they're the best.
Finance, like you get broads, no money. Like everybody is
broke.
3 or 4 and broke. So it's a pretty cool, like 18 to 22. That's kind of what's up. That's kind of that period, and there's a lot of experimentation. There's a lot of figuring out.
It's free spirit.
It's a very low stress.
And you're just becoming an adult, so the real adulting has not begun.
Yeah, if you're in your 40s and you still feel like that was the best time of your life,
your life is pretty terrible.
50 Cent, like, damn, homie. Like,
so
school, you was the man. Homie.
The next profile is a male, 44. He's the GM at a high-end steak restaurant and bar.
Okay.
Looking for a long-term relationship.
Okay.
Single parent of 1 amazing son and 2 fur babies. 6'3", former soccer player.
Okay.
I love wine and I'm not here to play games. So if you are, please swipe left. Anything else you want to know, just ask.
Yeah, straight, direct to the point. If he's a manager of a restaurant, he works a lot though. He works a lot. But outside of that, it was all cool. Other than the fur baby reference, like, man, I just get a little weirded out about that. It's like, I get package deal me and the kids, but package deal me and the kids
2 dogs.
and the kittens. It's kind of like, really, man, look here. If I had a dog and she was like, I ain't fucking with no dogs. Sorry, Skip.
He got the cow.
But we gotta find alternative
living arrangements
for you, bro. Like,
thanks, Dave. I appreciate that. I'm glad to know. Man. I would. Skip would have got to go and I'd move in. That's good to know. Be like, yo, you got to accept Skip because whatever. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Skip sleep on the bed and shit. Like, nah, I'm not that type of animal lover.
So yeah, I think for me, the fur babies thing would give me pause. Yeah, especially for a man to talk about like fur babies.
It sounds like a man that kisses dog in the mouth.
No. The single parent thing, it depends on the woman and it depends on the age of the child.
And you got 1 kid, so
you got only one child, so that does make a difference. But again, it depends. It would appeal to a certain type of woman. If a woman doesn't want kids, whatever the case might be. But again, the restaurant, it's either good or bad. You're either going to appreciate the fact that he's in the restaurant business, so he can manage people, he should be good with people, or you're going to hate the fact that they're long hours.
Get some nice meals for free.
And I would hope you get, because it is a high-end. Look at the place that he's working at.
You're going to eat good, he's going to feed you.
So Sorlin Sage is saying late hours, lots of women, and I hate the fur babies term. And Sam is saying team no fur babies. That would be the one for me, because I'm like fur babies, like I don't. Like you already have a real child, like you have a
Yeah,
son.
like
Why you're telling me about the fur
so you
baby?
holding up the fur babies to the kid, like that's weird.
Yeah, that's not like get rid of them because I can't. I cannot be walking dogs with you. It's too much for me. I'm telling you. So the one of the conversations I'd be having is how attached are you to them damn dogs?
Well, they're fur babies, so he's obviously very attached. So he has to make a choice. You might be.
Yeah,
oh,
well
you might
then
be
that
out
would
of
be
there.
yeah that would be fine with me because I'm not. I'm already dealing with the kid. I'm also not dealing with two dogs. Like sorry, sir. Okay, so next dating profile is male,
Okay.
40.
Mhm.
About me, open to trying new things and making new/different type of connections. Let's chat! Exclamation. Does anyone go out on dates anymore? Question mark. Yes, I smile. I hope you do too. I'm an extrovert with an introverted spirit. Ask me what that means. LOL. Talk soon. The first line gives me pause.
I'm so like red flag, like alarms are
The
going off
first
in my
line
head. Like
when
that's
he
a
says,
very odd profile.
it's a very odd profile
It
for
sounds
me.
like you're
Gay.
yeah, exactly. I didn't want to say it. I
Like,
did not want to say it, but I'm glad she did. That's exactly what I was hearing.
I-
Like, you ready to try some penis?
Thank you, because the first line when it says open to trying new things and making new/different types of connections.
Then does anybody date anymore?
I'm like,
So it's like, what, bro? You want somebody to open the door for you? Like, what is going on
yeah,
with your profile?
it doesn't scream.
Nah.
So let's say it's just lame.
Yeah.
It doesn't scream the type of man that I would want. I would be way too thinking about what are these new and different type of connections you want to do. You're an extrovert with an introverted spirit.
That's
like,
confusing.
are you saying that you're a bottom? Like, there's just too much in this profile that I'm sorry, sir. And then he made the point to put that he's straight in his profile, but nothing about it screams straight.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I wouldn't be interested.
are you asking or telling?
Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm sorry, sir. It wouldn't be.
I have very weird vibes.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, that.
Swipe left.
Yeah, it wouldn't be for me.
Confusing.
Okay, so we now have a 27-year-old male who's self-employed. He says about me, I'm a simple man. I like simple things. Dinner dates, sports and drinks, chicken wings and hot sauce, single and enjoying life. Let's forget what happened yesterday and enjoy the moment. 5'10".
You're trying to fuck.
Yeah, from the let's forget what happened yesterday and enjoy the moment. That means you are here for a good time, not a long time, sweetie.
Not a long time, baby. Chicken wings and hot sauce.
It's like, I'm not taking you to SDK for dinner.
I'll get you litty.
Thank you. I'm gonna liquor you up.
Beat them cheeks up.
Okay, and he very much said single and enjoying life.
Yeah, meaning I like it on this.
So side. I'm hearing I'm gonna take you to a sports bar, get you liquored up, F your brains out, send you on home. But if it's good enough, we might do this again. That's what I'm hearing from Devonta. That's up to you, but I'm gonna get mine. That's what I'm hearing from 27-year-old self-employed
pretty much
male.
Pretty much.
And he's also saying, well, I'm 5'10", so if you're looking for a man more than that, you ain't getting that. But
he's probably heard that criticism.
Oh, he's definitely heard the.
He just went ahead and put it out there.
So he's telling you right away, like so,
if you're 6 foot, you're not gonna like me.
Yeah, we're good. So again, but the young lady, the flowery Reiki practitioner, they might go together.
Or the MILF.
Or the MILF. Yeah, the MILF and the Reiki practitioner might be just what he's looking for because they're looking for the same thing. Okay. So this is a female, 43, a counterfeit meme dealer. I don't even know what that is. Okay. I would have left that off. About me, sarcastic human seeks sarcastic human for mutual self-awareness. No kids, never married, independent as F. Yosirian lives. I'll have to look at what Yosirian is. I collect bourbon and books. I adore adult and non-adult animation. I'm 5'9" if details like that matter to you. Perhaps if our apathetic outlooks regarding this ever-evolving thing called life coincide, We can trade memes. Must know what apathetic means. Must be vaccinated. Bruh, be honest, upfront about your ENM, which is ethical non-monogamy lifestyle. I am disinterested as F. That took a real turn.
Weird AF.
That's what you got from 43-year-old counterfeit meme dealer. I don't
Yeah,
know
just
what
weird. Like, well, your
counterfeit
whole like
meme dealer
looking for
is.
human stuff and not like past weirdo.
I
Like,
want to know what your Syrian is. Like,
yeah, like
yeah, here we go. Your Syrian
adult
live.
and non-adult animation. I'm like, yeah, like was that anime or is that like hentai or something like that?
Your Syrian lives, okay, was a metaphorical search engine, a type of internet search engine. Like, why?
Yeah,
No, this person is weird.
super
Yeah.
weird.
So Starlin Sage says counterfeit meme dealer goes to her sarcastic nature. She's a lot to deal with, passive aggressive, and wants to argue about everything. Hard
Hard
pass.
pass. Yeah.
Very hard pass.
Independent AF. Like, okay.
Yeah, a man. Most men don't want to hear independent as F because again, I keep saying independent means
women
alone.
know what independent means?
It means
Exactly.
alone.
It means alone.
So
like,
you're on a dating site
so you're
looking to meet
alone
someone.
AF.
Yeah, but I still want to meet someone.
So again, I have to climb a mountain to prove I want to be with you, or I could just get with a woman who wants to be with me.
Oh well, there's that. Moving on. So male, 42. Oh no, I'm lying. This is a woman. The name almost threw me off. Let me do this. This is a woman, 42, care coordinator.
All right.
About me. Let's do this. Music/concerts, pool, sporting events, happy hour, pool party, lake trips, old town, road trips, always fun! Exclamation mark. Looking for someone to enjoy football weekends, day trips/travel, trying new restaurants, good convo, and seeing where things go. When you swipe right, at least say, hey, it's how this works. I'm going to tell you from a woman how I see it. I'm looking for someone to fit into my life. Mm-hmm. That's what I hear.
Hang out with my friends, do the stuff I want to do. But it's football and sports and stuff like that, so it should be cool.
Because she put out the sports part to say, like, I'm down. Like, that should be like a thing for man. Like, I'm down, I like sports, but you're going to want sports with me at my house with my friends.
With my friends, or at my friend's house, or whatever my routine is. You're just going to plug into that.
What would you recommend to women who, because there's a lot of women who would do that and say, but I put out what I like, right? Like, again, I like music in concert. I like the sporting bar. Like but buzzwords, right? There was a lot of buzzwords here from this young, well, I guess she's my age and I'll still consider myself son. So this fairly young lady. However, from a male perspective, and even from my perspective, I heard fit into my life. What would you change about this profile?
That's what she wants. What do you mean?
But if she's trying to attract a man, she's not. We want to help the people because, again, people on here might have similar dating profiles that they think they're using these words to capture men and men are not feeling it. So
what can she do different?
Yeah, like what would she do different? Oh. Well, Sorlin Sage says she's
just put up pictures and take the words out, I guess. Like,
how about? Well, Sorlin Sage says she's hard Gen X and thinks she's smarter than everyone. He's going to watch sports with her while she drinks Chardonnay because beer is déclassé.
Oh, she might drink beer.
She sounds like she definitely drinks beer. Okay, like, yeah, this is not it.
Like, she's got a life and she's just looking for a plug and play type dude.
Oh, well,
like, just fit in where I want you to. Don't make no waves, and you'll be perfect. Like, a guy's an accessory to her.
That's what that said to me. Yeah, it wasn't welcoming for the man to say.
But hey, it's stuff that you like to do.
Yeah, I'm saying the buzzwords. But it isn't
stuff you like.
But it isn't welcoming. It isn't like I want to know about you tell me about you, right? There were no questions. And that's why I appreciated the guy who actually asked a question. Again, it's not a question that appeals for everybody, but it's, I want to get to know you. This was about
and it's
me,
nothing about
me.
her. It's
Yeah.
what I do. That was basically what she does.
Okay. All right. So this is a female, 38.
Okay.
I'm a mama of 2,
Okay.
grandmama of 1.
Ooh,
and
how old is she?
38.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Go ahead and finish
God,
this up.
I'm a mama of 2, grandmama of 1, and dog mama to a very needy Doberman. Pretty much a homebody right now, but would love to explore new things with someone fun and amazing and see where things go. Don't care if you're vaccinated. If you have photos with a mask on or support our retarded president, please swipe left.
She's been raising kids her whole life, and she is dying for a break from that.
But she's now a grandmother.
That's what I'm saying. She's
So
been raising
she's
kids
like,
her whole life, like 38, grandma.
yeah, she's a 38 and grandma.
So your kids,
and she has a
one of your
Doberman pinscher.
kids had a kid
Very
mad
young.
early too.
Yeah. Yep.
And you probably, yeah, like, nah, that just sounds like, yeah, like, that just sounds like a lot. Like, you just, like,
I want to put all of that out there. Again, I think that's TMI. I think it would have been fine to have other.
because there's no context around it. Like, even if she is a cool woman, you've already kind of.
You're telling me that you had children early.
Yeah.
You now are a grandmother, so you're doing grandma things, and you're gonna want me to not only play step granddaddy. And if a man is in and around that time, that age, 38 to 45, he's probably not even trying to do that. Then you're also saying you have a needy dog. So now I have to compete with your dog and your children and your grandchild.
Okay, here's the thing. A man can be kind of aloof and standoffish on a dating profile because that's masculine.
Mm-hmm.
A woman is supposed to be enticing and making you want to swipe right. So if in your profile, like, and this is an example, but one of the things that always kills me is if for any reason, if you type in your profile, swipe left, I'm going to swipe left.
And I agree with Sorlin Sage. She used the word retarded, right? Yeah. And so Sorlin Sage should be out for her. I just think you're also being very rude, right? So you're eliminating a whole bunch of people because you're also now talking about the president and basically saying if you've ever voted for the president. So you're already saying I'm a conservative and I probably like not even just Donald Trump, but those theories, conspiracy theories, and all kinds of, like, there's a lot that you're saying in this that I don't think most men are going to be attracted to.
Yeah, nah, she's low.
She's eliminated herself before giving herself a chance.
Right, you loading the gun too much again. Yeah, you weighting the scales against yourself too much in a little bit of information to want to balance that out. But I guess again, like you said, my profile is kind of like weeding. But when a woman makes a profile to weed out, it's kind of like it has a over than desired effect. It's going to weed out way more guys than you planned.
Because we're supposed to be alluring, right? It's supposed to be alluring and sweet and bring the men to us, and then we can eliminate from there. But we're already like, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this.
And the wording of like, I am a fit, feminine, friendly woman, and I deserve to be treated as such, and like put that up. That's not abrasive or none of that, but it's also like saying, I'm not your hookup chick either. There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But yeah, 38-year-old grandma one is like, ooh.
Not a thing.
That just seems like a lot.
Okay. So now we have a couple more. So 31 woman. About me. She says, hi. Well, I'm going to say her name because she says it in her profile. She says, hi, I'm Brittany. Mm-hmm. I'm just a simple girl looking for a cute, tall boy with tattoos. Is that too much to ask for? With the emoji with the tongue out.
Nope. There'll be 1,000 of them in your inbox immediately. Like it doesn't even say for the streets. It just say dumb.
Oh. What about it says down?
I said dumb, like, a cute boy with tattoo, like you're boy crazy is what it sounds
At
like.
31.
Like at 31, like
You should have passed this
it
stage.
sounds dumb. That's
Sounds
why I
like the
said it
profile of a
sounds
16-year-old.
dumb. Right.
Yeah, like
Right.
a high school
Right.
teenage girl
Right.
just being allowed to date, not a
Right.
31-year-old
I
woman.
just want a boy. You're 31 years old.
You want a man.
You still want a boy?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
correct.
that just sounds dumb and swipe left like Brittany. Like it might be Brittany Renner.
Moving on. Okay, so this is a female. She's 35 and she's bisexual. About me, hair is different color now. Also, if you can't do a 3-month trial period, do not swipe right! Exclamation mark. By that I mean we are not meeting until then, and we're only getting to know each other as actual human beings! Exclamation! 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 You are not adding me to your body count. I am good! Exclamation. Also, I'm old enough to know what I want and I don't want. Don't be coming to me with your BS, bold B and S capitalized letters. I'm very honest and open. No need to play games.
Who hurt you, sir?
Very masculine
Very
energy.
masculine energy, very hurt man energy. Like you, good luck with that.
I don't think a man or a woman would swipe on her. And I am a bisexual woman and you're a man, clearly. And neither one of us would look at this and say, this is someone that I want to get to know.
No.
It is just saying, stay away from me. Everything about this is a repellent. There's nothing warm about this at all. She could have said everything that she said very differently. Would like to get to know someone. I'm on here for something serious.
3 months trial period before we meet. Did I hear that
yes,
correctly?
that's what she said. Also, if you can't
So
do
you
a
want me to
3-month trial
waste
period.
3 months before I even like? That sounds like damn catfish or some shit. Like,
Yeah, that's a lot.
Get out of here.
So next, 40 woman. She's an analyst.
Okay.
Telling you she went to university. She has her university stated in
Okay.
there. Already this starts. I am 6'2" tall without heels. I'm from the Midwest and super down to earth. I'm looking for a new friend to hang out with and get to know. I enjoy comedy shows, concert, movies, bowling, people watching, LOL, and just having a great time with cool people. I have my passport and I'm always down to collect a new stamp. Let's play spades or have a game night.
Oh, that's why she had to leave with the 6'2", because she's probably cool as shit, but that 6'2" is just rough.
Yeah, a woman at 6'2" has got to be hard.
Unless she's statuesque.
Unless she's Giselle Bundchen or
like I said,
Tyra
if
Banks.
you tall as hell
or...
and like proportioned correctly, then no, there you have from the ball players to the midgets trying to climb you. But taller women tend to not hold their weight all that great. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, and you're tall, so it shows even more. And yeah, that's tough. Sorry, sound like a great woman, but I'm 6'9", so I'm not thrown off by it. But yeah,
there's only so many of you
like
in
said,
the world.
Any dude like 6'2", and I think even a man 6'2" is kind of like, I don't want to be looking at my girl in the face.
Yeah, because she said 6'2" without heels, so she puts on 3 and heels, just 6'5".
Like, yeah, that's tough. But she sounds like a sweet lady.
All right, I think we've got 2 more. This is a female, 42, an urban farm manager. I'm a lover of nature and like to spend a lot of time exploring outdoors. I'm also very passionate about gardening and sustainable living. I really enjoy kayaking, hiking, and backpacking during my free time. Love live music and road trips. Sense of humor is a must, and tattoos are a plus. I love dogs and all animals, sometimes more than people. Not into one night stands. I'm 5'8". Pics are recent. Yours should be too. P.S. Filters are stupid.
How would I word this? Lumberjacks only.
Yeah, she's appealing to a certain type of man.
Yeah, if you're not like Paul Bunyan, that's probably not that's probably not their type of lady. And yeah, she's only gonna appeal to a certain type of dude.
And I wonder if she's doing that on purpose. I think
Probably
she
because
might
she
be
wants a
doing that
Paul
on
Bunyan.
purpose.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure she wants a Paul Bunyan. He walks around with a fire axe.
All right.
All right.
So I think this might be the last one. It is the last one, and then we can talk a little bit more about dating profiles. So this is a female, 39, who's a project coordinator. About me, my dog and my cat run my life. I'm a nerd with occasional volume control issues when I'm excited about things. I eat a lot. I have a fondness for Indian and Korean food. No married people. Oh, she didn't know she's bisexual.
Yeah, you're bisexual and socially awkward AF is what that sounds like. Socially awkward, like you can't take her nowhere. So how in the world y'all gonna get another woman to even want to get in bed with y'all because she don't know how to talk to people? I eat a lot. What woman puts I eat a lot?
Don't do that. I would never put
That
on my profile
does
I
not
eat a lot. It
give-
just
yeah,
sounds
it sounds
just not
greedy
appealing.
and yeah.
Just it's an unappealing statement.
My dog and my cat
Run my life.
Okay, so then you follow with I'm a nerd. Yeah, because only a nerd. No, that's disrespectful to nerds actually, but something wrong with you to let your dog and your cat run your life. But then volume control issues when I get excited.
It's
So
like that type of.
no, that sounds like you need to be on your meds or something like that. Like
Especially again at 39.
yeah,
This
like,
doesn't scream I'm a 39-year-old grown woman. This screams like the profile of a younger, late teens, maybe early 20s, just figuring yourself out. At almost damn well 40, you've lived almost 4 decades on this earth, and this is where you're at in life.
And I don't know, maybe this is me judging, but you're bisexual, you're 39, and you're going to say no married people. That would seem like a prime demographic. I'm just saying, maybe it's me.
Well, I think with the married people, she's trying to say that she wants her own person. Because as a married, she'd have to join a couple, and she's saying, I want my own people. And clearly, married people have probably been reaching out to her. Again, we don't have pictures of these people.
But with all
so
that other stuff she got going on,
I don't know
like
what married couple.
Inclusive, not exclusive.
But again, I don't know what married couple would really be interested in a woman who says, my
eats a
dog
lot
and cat run my life.
Right.
Yeah.
What single person? Like, again, you're having that, yeah, kind of beggars can't be choosers. But hey, maybe I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
So, with the time we have left, and we've actually run up a lot of time. We only have 15 minutes left.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know. That took a lot.
So
and we're going to do questions soon. No, we'll
do
do questions soon. And you moved my question ball all the way over there, so I got to get up.
Yep.
Anywho, so I would love to hear your... I can do the Kendra Cam. Yes, I'll do the Kendra Cam. I would love to hear your thoughts about... For a woman, what are things that are appealing in a dating profile and unappealing in a dating profile?
Do you sound nice? Like, for real, man. I think guys are kind of fed up with rude, abrasive, don't know how to talk to nobody women. Like, I'm speaking for myself. Like, I'm just kind of completely over it. I think just my studying social media and just how like the word salad and the mental gymnast, like guys are just sick of it at this point. So if like you don't have a certain level of maturity as a woman, I think that's gonna really make the dating scene tough on you. So that would probably be like where I would start, is just grow up a little bit, especially I'm not talking to the 20 somethings. I'm not even talking to the early 30s because they're still like, you can't really hold it against them for not knowing no better.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're 38, 39, 40 and your dating profile sounds like a high school kid, like don't expect much success. And that should speak something to you when you read it back to yourself, like, yeah, you sound like a high school kid.
And what are some of the things that you would say to women to not put in their dating profile, and what would you say to put in their dating profile?
Just don't dare him to swipe left because he probably will, unless he's desperate or like unless he's just
Trying to smash.
I'll take anything,
Yeah,
I'll
because I'm
deal with
trying to smash.
anything, I'll say anything. Like yeah, you'll get a lot of that. Social media for like we've seen it, guys just playing a numbers game, and that's cool. But if you're really looking for something kind of that's gonna satisfy you a little bit, like yeah, just be nicer, be more honest, and maybe not because I think dudes are flexible on situations. Like men's I guess standards are not as high as women's because we're the man. You know what I mean? I gotta take care of you, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't need to be as selective about like what you do and what you got going on and all of that stuff. But I do think that being like nice, being like not making me feel bad and stuff. So if you come in off like that, like
Abrasive and
sarcasm is
aggressive.
cool when you've met a person already, and then it's bantery, but right off the dick as a female, I don't know
Oh,
if guys really like smart ass mouth is kind of how it
that's
comes off. Like
interesting.
so again, like say enough to just make him want to swipe right as a female.
So
Like
be
as a man,
appealing.
yeah, you can put whatever the hell you want to put in your shit because it's still most likely you're gonna get left swiped anyways. As a dude, but as a woman, like yeah. So if your profile is kind of rough, you're definitely getting like a low level of a cat that's going to be trying to reach out with you, or you're not going to get matches because nobody that you're interested in is actually swiping on you.
So what I'm hearing is be appealing, be flirty.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be so closed off. Don't come off as if you're closed off
Right. And it's going to be a battle to get to know you.
Yeah.
Like nobody's looking for that.
I would agree with that. And for the men, I would say, let me tell you, don't talk about fur babies. Like don't use feminine language. It's not.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I get people can say whatever, but there is masculine and feminine language. And a man saying something like fur babies to me is already like a no. I think being direct and not being around the bush for me personally, when it comes to men, be very direct. Tell me what you're about. Tell me what it is that you're looking for, because I want to almost self-eliminate myself, right? Yep. Like if you're already saying this is the type of woman I want and I don't meet that criteria, like I'm already self-eliminating, right? I think men can be more direct where women, I agree, being more appealing, being more flirty, saying what you want without being aggressive about it. And neither men or women should be saying, to me personally, like swipe left, right? Yeah. Like let me get enough for your profile where I'll self-eliminate, but the bullying thing, I feel like that's kind of like
don't challenge me to swipe left. Yeah, I'll definitely do it.
Yeah. So because again, and it doesn't matter what platform you're on, because people say whatever they want to say about Tinder.
There's not a lot of difference between the platforms.
Thank you. Whether it's POF, Match, eHarmony, all of them. At the end of the day, you're supposed to be appealing in your approach.
And if it's just the same pool regardless.
It is a very similar pool of people.
It's a similar pool regardless. Like it's not like brand loyalty on dating apps. Like I only use Tinder
or Bumble or whatever.
Nah, people is gonna go where they think the traffic is, where they think the matches are, where they think the better people are. Like Uber and Lyft, there's no loyalty to that shit.
No, I'm definitely
whoever's
not.
Gonna get me a ride first.
Who's gonna get me a
cheaper.
Better deal? Yeah. That's who I'm using.
Who's gonna get here quickest and cheapest? That's kind of and dating is like it's the same thing. That no particular app is like like they might have niche apps, and then that's just making a smaller pool basically. But yeah, I think just women be more open and inviting and actually realize that as a woman, you're gonna be inundated with choices and you're gonna have to learn discernment, like, and actually get to know a guy and figure out if who he says he is lines up with who he actually is. And for women, I mean, and for the fellas, again, I think it's just your state your purpose. Like, don't beat around the bush and let her make a choice.
And I'm also going to say, again, I know Tinder gets a bad rap, but it doesn't matter what profile that you're on. Please have pictures that are appealing without turning people off. Because some people sometimes don't realize that some of the pictures that you're putting out there are not attracting the type of person that you want.
They're not even attractive as you think they are.
Thank you. And so I would suggest to women, do not ask your women friends about what pictures you should put on. Ask your male friends. Ask the men in your life, if I were to put this picture on my dating profile, what does it say about me?
Yeah, and even the pictures, like a little men and women on that one, like be fair. Like when I see all headshots, I think you're fat.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I see that for guys, I think you're short.
Right, and same thing. Like you're trying to not give me all the information.
Yeah. And I want all of it. Like don't I'm a person who swipes through all the pictures.
Don't have a picture up there of you and 4 other chicks. And then he's like, oh, which one are you? You know? And you know one of your friends hot as hell. So he probably is just
hoping that it's the hotter one.
Sticking into that, not even really lining it up.
No pictures with your children. No pictures with your children and no pictures with your animals.
Really? Like,
don't put pictures with your animals. Like do pictures of the things that you enjoy. So if you like to be in the outdoors, right? Maybe a picture of you in the outdoors, hiking or something that you're doing, right? Like close enough to your face so they can see your beauty. Taking a full body shot, right? Like laughing, whatever the things that you enjoy doing.
But not your picture of the Taj Mahal, because you don't do that shit
all the time.
So like, stop it. Like that just looks like
things that you actually do.
Like,
exactly. I do. That's actually a good point, right? Like stop trying to flex on people.
To represent who you are on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah.
That's the best way. Some people again try to make their dating profile like a highlight reel, and all you're gonna do is underwhelm people like that, because you're skydiving, you're mountain climbing, they think you're this adventure world traveler,
and you've only done it once in your life,
and you went backpacking in Europe when you were 19, and your ass ain't been back since. That's lame, and you're misrepresenting yourself. I think because I'm one of the people, I truly believe there's somebody for everybody. Why it's so confusing now is because everybody capping. Everybody trying to be somebody so they can get somebody, and all you got to do is be yourself and be diligent with that, and you'll find there's someone out there that likes the same dumbass shit you do.
And it's funny, I disagree with Robert, and I often don't do that. I'm one of those people who do not think that there's somebody for everybody, because just by the numbers, cannot be somebody for everybody, because the numbers speak that there are more women than men. So honestly, a lot of our women are going to be SOL, and it is your duty, if you are wanting somebody, to actually compete. What these dating profiles are, it's a competition, right? And at the end of the day, when a man or a woman matches on you, I'm speaking to the woman specifically, when a man matches on you, he is going to compare you to the other woman he's matched with and speaking with. That's just the nature of how this goes. And it's the best person wins. And so do you want to go up there and give yourself a fighting chance? Or do you want to eliminate yourself before the person even gets a chance to know who you are? Yeah. And a lot of these dating profiles eliminated themselves. They might be great people, but based on what they're putting out about themselves, they do not sound great. They don't sound appetizing. So I'm going to do the Kendrick camp, as Robert just said.
Yeah.
You're ridiculous. So I can get the question ball. I'm gonna go back in there. They didn't even get to see the real stuff going on.
Twirl. You got the twirl.
So we're going to do a couple of questions each, because I got to make this man some food.
All right. It's probably a wacky question.
Oh, it's a big one.
Yep, paragraph.
Should have.
When we go through difficult times as a couple, what feelings or memories remind you that we can get through them?
That's a good question.
It's a good question, but it's an underwhelming answer, because there isn't a particular, I have that. I just know that it's like, you know how you got the speedometer, and when you get to a certain point, it's in the red?
Yes.
We've never been to the red.
No, we've never been to the red.
I don't think a relationship has to be tested in the red to know if it's viable. I think once a relationship gets in the red, it's on shaky ground, and that shit is potentially over with.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So again, we we don't really even have like major we just have not feeling you. And I think that sometimes that
Yeah,
shit
some
ain't
days,
even
some not,
really
some days not
got
feeling
nothing
you.
to do with you. It's just look, I ain't feeling nobody
Right
today.
now, agreed.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just not feeling nobody. I love you. That's not gonna change, but I'm just in a mood, you know, and that's a part of being in relationships. So the fact that I know that I can do that is what makes me feel like is what reminds me we'll always get through it, and that like because again, you be in a bad mood sometimes, and honestly, like I don't know if y'all like me, but sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I honestly be like, damn, man, I feel so foul right now. I don't know if I'm gonna ever smile again. And it ain't even gotta be like a like major
Trust me,
shit
I know
going
that.
on.
I
You
support my
know
life.
what
I'm
I'm
in.
saying? But I know that I will because I've got you in my life. My life is going like I can't complain.
Oh, babe, that's
But
sweet.
shit, man, look, like nobody's immune to the trials and tribulations of life, man. Like everybody goes through it. Everybody.
But again, I think we're also committed to the commitment of
Yeah,
what
so I
this
don't worry,
relationship is.
like I don't worry about that part of it. Like I know that's covered, and that's why they got all these damn dating sites because that's what people really. Life is so much easier to handle and tackle when you ain't got to worry about that.
I agree. So my question, if given the chance to date a celebrity, who would it be? I just have to choose one, eh? That's the difficult part of
Yeah, you
choosing
got
one because
narrow
I
it down
don't.
to one. Then it's got to
I can't
represent
choose.
you. Yeah, that's a tough one.
If given the chance to date a celebrity, who would it be? I can tell you the celebrity I've had a crush on for years, and that is Usher. I've had a crush on Usher for 2 decades. I've been to 2 Usher concerts. I wanted to go see him in Vegas, but those ticket prices are ridiculous. However, I don't know if I would date Usher. That's the thing. His track record isn't what I would want because I would be wanting to date till marriage. And I don't know if I love Usher's track record. And so if I could date a celebrity,
Damn, I'm sitting here like I'm struggling, yo.
and it would be a man because I would want to date to marriage. So don't know if I would choose a woman. Um, I might go with Idris Elba.
Okay.
I would go with Idris
And
Elba.
you went age appropriate. That is
And I went
awesome.
age
Because I can't
appropriate.
promise I'm going age appropriate. I'm
I
like,
know you're
I
not.
don't know.
Nobody's asking you either.
Yeah,
I know you're
I
not.
can't even answer it right now.
I would,
I'm
and again,
struggling with that.
I had to put it in my mind in terms of what I'm looking for and all those things. And Idris
That's what's
Elba.
up. But I kind
Um,
of that's who I would have took a gander at. I know
oh, for
Idris.
me,
Yeah, Idris is.
look at you knowing me.
If we could travel right now, which place would you like to visit? We're in October, so I'd probably want to go somewhere in the southern hemisphere because they're in spring headed into summer. If we could just up and jump right now, fuck it, South Pacific somewhere. Let's do
Okay, give me a country and a
it.
place.
I'd say like maybe New Zealand, That is like
Okay.
start there and figure out where we going from there.
I mean, we are looking for honeymoon destinations, so you never know. And I definitely think we should do something,
And
like I
New
said, different.
Zealand's wild, but it's got cities, so you could do like a lot of like sightseeing
Because don't
stuff.
they
And
have like rainforesty type
yeah, and they
things
have a
out
very
there? Yeah,
unique
they have
animal life.
and a
'Cause,
Native American
yeah, they
type
got
of
all of that. So
community. Yeah.
yeah, that would be a dope trip.
This is going to be the last question. We're only going to do two each. Is it necessary to know about your partner's past? Um, no, it is not necessary to know about your partner's past. However,
There you go.
I think it would be appropriate to ask particular questions to ensure that they do not come up in the future or present and ruin your relationship.
Yeah,
So I think there's certain things that if you know that they would be a deal breaker, that you should ask, and it's up to the partner to answer, right?
Mhm.
But I don't think, again, we don't know each other's body counts and we don't know every person the person's dated. We know significant relationships. We know the lessons we've learned from the relationship, and we know how we want to live our present and our future. But to say that I'm going to dig into, I trust and believe.
That's too much work.
I do not want to know everything in Robert's past.
Goddamn work.
I do not want to know
then
that.
when does it stop? Like,
yeah, I do not want to know
back
everything
to
about
high
your past.
school.
No, sir.
Like you digging people up out of, you pulling
I'm
up
good.
obituaries. And
Yeah,
shit like
I'm
that.
straight. I do
That's
not want to
crazy.
past.
No, again, I think you should know how their past represents them, but you don't need all the details. Like that's too much. And body count is a dumb question because it's like, because one, men are more worried. That's a man question, because only a man is really worried about the real answer to that. Because again, I'm not a hoe. I'm a hoe maker. I can crush it, but and you don't have to ask a girl her body count to figure out if she a hoe or not.
Oh my.
If you know if you got any kind of skills or game, you're gonna figure that out pretty quickly because hoes have hoe tendencies. Like
Okay. Well,
that's fact.
okay, moving on to your last question.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That wasn't even my question. Damn.
No, it was not.
It just went off. Who's funnier between the two of us? We've had this question before. We know the answer already.
Me, right?
Sorry. No, not even close. I am clearly the funnier of
Robert, I am the funnier.
We'd be in trouble if you were funnier than me. You know why?
Why?
I have to be funnier?
Why?
Because humor can get you coochie. Coochie sells itself.
Okay, good night, Robert.
I need to be funny. You don't. You need to be cute. That's it. Anything else above cute and beautiful is a plus for a woman.
Okay,
It's
well,
optional.
I appreciate that. And so I'm doing okay then.
Yeah, you're doing okay.
All right, thanks, honey. Okay, so my question, what do you like to spend money on? Experiences. I am a travel person. I am the person who would want to get in the car, get into exactly new places, you try new, like I am all about it. Like you can skip the Louboutins and the Louis Vuittons and all of that stuff. Take me on a trip, take me to a restaurant, take me to an opening, take me to a concert, like especially travel. Like I love travel, whether it's road trip, trains, planes, automobiles, whatever. Like I love experiences because they create amazing memories. And I think at the end of the day, when we get older, those memories are what we're going to have and talk about with our grandkids, right? And so for me, those things are really important. So that is it. We want to thank everybody for joining us. This was an important show. It was quite funny. We're going to do more of this.
Yeah, we're going to change up the topic basis a little bit more. Try not to be so relationship focused because we wind up talking about relationships every episode anyway. So we'll try to find more conversational, more popular, more relevant things that's always going to segue into stuff like that. Because what are we doing next week?
I think next week we said we were going to do sex. I'm going to tell you. I texted to you one of the topics because it was sex. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. I had it just on the top of my brain because you were talking about it. This is what happens when we talk about stuff in bed. And we had two topic ideas, and there is one that I really wanted to sexual discipline.
Sexual discipline.
Sexual discipline and the importance of sexual discipline.
Sexual discipline next week. That's gonna be a good one. And
our own sexual discipline as well, right?
Yeah.
Mostly Roberts. Mostly Roberts need for sexual discipline in his life, throughout his life. Because my need for sexual discipline was not the same as Robert's, Mr. Basketball player, and has been having coochie since he was like 13 or 12. No. How old were you?
Like 13, 14.
13.
14.
So I was right.
Closer to 14.
Closer to 14. So closer.
Not 12.
How would you feel if your 13-year-old daughter was having relations right now? Not so great, right?
First off, we can't compare males and females.
Okay, your 13-year-old son.
I would be disappointed, but nowhere near as disappointed as with my daughter.
Oh, good. Okay, so we'll be talking about that next week. The need for sexual discipline and what brought Rob to a point where he started to appreciate being disciplined sexually.
Can't keep them off your son. It's a different vibe.
Welcome to my life, everybody. Welcome to my life. So we want to thank everybody, but most importantly, want to thank Sorlin Sage, who's not only our sponsor, but was killing it in the comment section tonight. Thank you so much, Sorlin Sage. Make sure you visit them on Instagram at Sorl and Sage
See,
CA.
me and Sorl and Sage be there, even though I'm not on the Tuesday calls, and it's still.
Good night. Let me finish. And shop sorlandsage.com is where you can find them. They've got amazing products. The Sheba butter, actually, she almost sold out of the Sheba butter. Can you believe it? Of course you can, because it's named Sheba. So check them out. Check out the Sheba butter.
And fun fact about Sorl and Sage, even though she is very, 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 very close to Toshiba, she usually agrees with me when I say Toshiba's been tripping. Facts.
And we're done with that. And so good night, everybody. Do you have any final words other than that, Robert?
No. Appreciate y'all coming. Thanks for the interaction. Thanks for everybody that joined. Thanks for everybody that watches the rebroadcast. And see y'all next week. Sexual discipline. That is
Robert's sexual discipline.
See how she's being shady? Like, that's unnecessary.
I love you so much. See you next week, everybody.
Bye.
And good night. And bye-bye to Instagram. And now see you later, YouTube. See you next week. And
when you stop the video.
Yeah. I don't know
You're
what
doing everything but that.
I don't know what won't
then
end.
Use the mouse pad.
I don't know what won't end. It's not my fault. Sorry, YouTube. You guys won't end. StreamYard won't end you.